Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel known as Engineering Aid, and my name is George. So guys, today I want to take you through how you can import data from the Excel sheet to Civil 3D file, I mean the AutoCAD, so that the data can be interpreted or can be converted into various use. So therefore we know that we have various steps or ways in which we collect data from the field, and the data collected from the field is normally the XYZ, and by XYZ I mean the northing, we have easting, and we have the elevations. Sometimes it's known as NEZ. So therefore the data collected from the field can be, the data that has been collected from the field, the machines that are normally used to collect that particular data, we have the real-time kinematic, that is the RTK, we have the total station, and we also have the dumpy level. These are just few among other machines that are used by surveyors to collect data from the field. So therefore the machines that we can use, we have RTK, and by RTK we have RTK which is real time kinematic. So we have the TS, which is a short form for total station, and we have the dumpy level. So these are the machines that are normally used to collect data from the field, and the data that is collected from the field is normally in terms of northing, we have eastings, and elevations. So nothing is simply a distance towards the northern side or the southern side of the Greenwich meridian, and the easting, that is far east or far west from the longitudes, and the elevation, this is just the height above mean sea level. This is what is known as elevation, and all these normally are given in terms of meters, especially while converting them into, while importing them into Civil 3D. So therefore this is normally what we have, and make sure that once your data has been collected from the field, your data has to be converted in a way that is readable to the Civil 3D. And by readable, what I mean is this: I have a topography top of the land that has been collected in Tatu City. I'd actually minimize it here. I can just click there to open. So you see, normally we have, let me just insert a cell here, insert, this is a P, this is point, this is N, this is northing, E for easting, then we have Z for elevation. So we have pointing, northing, easting, and Z for elevation, and you can even have D for description, like point A, point B, point C, point D, blah blah blah. But you'll realize that once you have you have headings or headlines. This data won't be recognizable by the Civil 3D. So make sure that actually you need to master that this is point, nothing, easing, and elevation, but you don't have to indicate there, you just have to delete this one. There is no need of you having that, because your data will not be recognized by the Civil 3D. So once you have your data in this set, point, nothing, easting, elevation, and description, so that means that you are ready to import your data. And the funny thing about Civil 3D, that there is a format in which it picks its data. Like if I come here to the file and try to save my data, you will realize that we have various forms or various ways that we can save our data. I'll save my data to the desktop. Then you will realize that if I come to save as type, if I click arrow down here, you have various forms in which you can present or save your data. You have PDF, you have Silk, blah blah blah. But now Civil 3D recognizes data that has been saved in form of comma delimited and should be CSV comma delimited. So you give it a name. So mine, I'll call it Tattoo City Topo Trial. Then you give it a location where you want to save it and just click save. So I'd already saved my data, so there will be no need for me to replace my data. So I'll just click no, try to cancel there, and then cancel there. So first thing, you can cancel this or minimize your data or minimize your Excel sheet. So don't save, I've actually minimized it. Once you have your data, the data that has been first of all imported from the survey machines, that is RTK, you have total station and other machines that can be used for that purpose. Once your data has been imported from those machines, once picked from the field to your PC into an Excel format and a format that is CSV comma delimited, now the next thing for you to do is to save the data. Save it in a location that you will be able to retrieve. Once you have done that, you can now launch your AutoCAD, Civil 3D AutoCAD. Can launch it. This is now the Civil 3D AutoCAD. Normally it's a recommendable app it's normally recommended for designs of civil works because it has various features that the normal AutoCAD or ArchiCAD cannot have or doesn't have. So I actually had data that I imported here, but I try and cancel or just Control Z to go back and get rid of everything. Let's try and go back and get rid of everything. Civil 3D is a very strong app, and at times it tends to make your computer a bit sluggish. So therefore, let's eliminate the data it's actually eliminating. Click escape, escape again. What's happening here? A very strong app. So just Control Z, Control Z until you get rid of all your data, or for that matter, okay, it has been deleted. So first thing, once you have launched your Civil 3D in your PC and your data in Excel sheet has already been saved, so this is what you do. You come to this toolbar here known as home. You know, you have various instructions here, various toolbar info that we can use, but now you come to home. Once you're at home, come to point. You have point, then click arrow down Then you see you have point creation tools, blah blah blah. So come to create point creation tool, and then you click there. Once you click there, this will actually pop up. Then we have this here known as import points. You click there. Once you click there, it will give you this bar here. Come to the positive sign here, click there. Then you need to go to a location where you had saved your Excel file. So mine, the file had been saved in desktop. So I'll come here, the desktop, then it's here, Tattoo City. Just click there, and then you click open. It will automatically bring this file type as CSV delimited, because that's how it has been saved earlier. So I'll just come to Tattoo City, then click, and then click open. Once you click open, it should be highlighted here with a tick confirming that it has been imported into this file. So therefore, but then if it's not if it has not been imported, it will give a cross sign, meaning that this data has not been imported, and therefore in that case you have to go back to your Excel sheet and recheck whether there is a mistake that you had made earlier while saving your data. So once that's done, then you come here. You'll realize that in my Excel sheet we had actually point, then northing, easting, and elevation. That is the arrangement as by the column headings, though it wasn't captured, that is. But then, as I said earlier, you can not necessarily, or you can just, instead of having all this info, you can opt to have fewer info. But then if you come into this specific point file, you'll have to give the info as had been saved earlier. Or you can even decide to have more. That is point, northing, easting, elevation, and also description as well. Which is this. We have point, northing, easting, elevation, and description. But my data didn't have a description. It just had point, northing, easting, and elevation. So you just click there, point, northing, east, elevation. And then you come here, you make sure that do elevation adjustment if possible. Okay, or you can even have to do coordinate transformation if possible, but then in this case do elevation adjustment if possible. It doesn't have any harm. Then click OK. Once you click OK, automatically your data will be imported into your Civil 3D. Then I'll just cancel here. Then once you have done that, you will actually realize that despite the fact that your data has been imported, you won't be able to view your data because it's actually micro. The data is so minute to an extent that cannot be seen by a naked eye. So what you do, there is a toolbar here. So you go to the zoom extent, and if you click arrow down to the zoom extent, you have various forms of zoom extent, zoom window, blah blah blah. You can zoom in, zoom out, zoom object, zoom center. So what I want to do is zoom extent, bring my object closer. So you click zoom extent. You see, now this what you have. This is actually what you have imported from Excel sheet to your Civil 3D. But then you'll realize, like in my case, I had named the points, and actually the points were 3000, and if possible for you to count this, you'll actually realize that it's coming to 3000. It will import all the data that was contained in the Excel sheet. So this is the beauty about it. It doesn't omit anything. So for instance, there is a point that you want to check and actually identify its northing, easting, and elevation. That particular data, what you do, highlight the point, and by highlighting the point, you click escape. Something else about Civil 3D is that if you want to highlight a point, and a point that has polylined, if you highlight the point from left to right, it doesn't matter whether you will capture the whole object or not. But so long as you have captured a smaller section of the object, then the whole object will be highlighted. different from highlighting an object from left to right. I mean, left to right doesn't work. You'll have to highlight the whole object. But then from right to left, just a minor section of the object, it will actually highlight the whole. You see, like this. It has highlighted all of that object. But if I do this from left going right, it doesn't do that, not unless I capture the whole object. You see, so therefore you come, you highlight the object, then you just click, you list by clicking LI. And there is beauty about Civil 3D that once you have mastered the shortcut of the keys, you're able to work faster and efficiently as well. So LI for list, and just so it helps. Instead of coming to the toolbar, then you begin to check where the list is. So just LI list, and then you click enter. By clicking enter, it will give you all the info about that particular point. So point number, it was 365. We have its northing, we have its easting, and we have its elevation here as well. You see, yeah. So just click here to get rid of that. So that's how you get the info about any point that is in the Excel sheet, that is in the Civil 3D. Yes, that's what we have. And you can perform various functions here, like let me just make escape by holding into the middle button. You can actually zoom in or zoom out, zoom in or zoom out. You can zoom in or zoom out. You can actually perform various functions rather than coming to look for various ways to zoom in and out. So guys, that is how you import your data from Excel sheet to Civil 3D. So next part, I'll try and show you how we create surfaces from the points that have been imported into Civil 3D. And by creating surfaces, what I mean is how you can be able to come up with contours. You know, a contour is not necessarily, contours. You know, a contour normally, it shows you how the ground looks like. The hilly places, the places that have valleys, just the topography of the land, depending with how the lines will just appear or will just come up. So thank you so much guys, and please join for the next episode, so that we can be able to learn more. And make sure you subscribe, you like and share this video. Please subscribe to Engineering Aid, so that we can be able to exchange more ideas as we move along. So thank you guys, see you next time, bye.